Hey, what's going on everybody? Josh Quinones here, and today's video is all about the Samsung Galaxy Watch. I got both models right here. I got the 46mm version in silver, and I also got the 42mm version in rose gold here to my left. Now, these are both the LTE versions. They are available in Bluetooth as well. So it's been about 1 year since these watches have been released, and I kind of just want to talk about what my experience has been like over this past year using this smartwatch right here. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is the overall look of the smartwatch, because even though it's been close to a year later, the overall look of the smartwatch doesn't look outdated at all. It still has a beautiful, nice look to it. I love the whole stainless steel body of the watch as well. And I also like how much you are able to customize these watches, from the watch faces to the watch straps to the bezel. Yes, you can actually customize the bezel as well. And I actually made a video about that, which I will link down in the description below in case you find yourself interested and you want to learn how you can customize the bezel on your smartwatch. Like I said, I'll throw a link down in the description. It's actually pretty cool that you are able to do that with the bezel as well. But yes, there are so many watch straps available for this watch as well, whether you want to use the watch strap that comes with it, or if you want to change the color of the watch strap, or you want something that looks a little bit more formal, you can always change these out. And it's always nice to be able to do that depending on the occasion, whether you're going out for dinner or just going out for a movie, or if you're going out for a run, because this watch was also made for fitness as well. Not just all looks, not just to sit there and look pretty, but yes, it does have a heart rate sensor. It tracks your heart rate, it tracks steps as well, and different types of workouts, which we will get into in a little bit. And what I like about when it comes to customizing the watch faces on the Galaxy Watch is how easy and simple it is. All you gotta do is just tap and hold the display, and boom, you're able to switch between watch faces to pick whichever one it is you want on the spot. And you can also do the same on your smartphone as well. If you don't feel like touching the display on your watch or getting it dirty and having to wipe off your fingerprints later on or anything like that, you can always use the Galaxy Wearable app on your device as well. And that app is able to be downloaded on any Android device. You just download it through the Google Play Store and boom, you're ready to go. But yes, it's nice to be able to do it either on the app or on the smartwatch. They just make it a lot more easier. And speaking of watch faces, I gotta thank the sponsors of this video, Vienna Studios, who are in the top 5 best-selling designers in the Galaxy store worldwide. They offer great high-quality watch faces starting at around $499 and up to a high of $350. Yes, they have the most expensive watch face collection in the world, which I do have installed on my Galaxy Watch here. And I gotta say, it's a great looking watch face, offering everything you need up front, like time, date, battery percentage, heart rate, direct app launchers, and some cool animations as well. And not only that, but you can customize the color as well right on the watch face without having to go into your settings. But like I said, they do have more affordable, great looking watch faces, and if you do find yourself interested, I will make sure to throw a link down below so you can check out those watch faces and possibly get one for yourself. Alright, so aside from the whole looks of the watch, we know it's a great looking watch. We gotta talk about the internals, because that's pretty much the one important thing you need to know 1 year later from its actual release date is how is the watch still running. Now, the first thing I want to talk about when it comes to the internals of the watch is the battery life, because that is one major thing when buying a smartwatch. You want something that's going to be able to last you a bit without always having to charge it every couple of hours or every day or anything like that. So when I first received this watch, over the first couple of months, it was able to get me through around 3.5 to 4 days of use, which was actually pretty good. And now that it's been over a year, you can pretty much expect this in a smartwatch. The battery is going to die down just a little bit. It's not going to last you as long as it did when it was brand new. So the battery life that I am now getting on this smartwatch is about 2.5 days at the most, which still isn't really that bad. It's about a day and a half less than when it was brand new. Now, I do wish it would last just a little bit longer than that, maybe 3 days. I could push it to 3 days depending on my uses of the watch. Like I said, this is the LTE version, so there are times where I do go for runs and I don't take my phone because I'm able to make calls and text messages with my watch, so I don't have to worry about keeping the phone around too much. And that does use up a bit more battery, and also just using the whole GPS of the watch as well, because I do use that a lot when taking walks and runs as well. So the LTE version is going to differ from the Bluetooth version. The Bluetooth version will last a little bit longer than the LTE version. But yes, so far battery life has still been holding up pretty good. Like I said, I'm able to make it up to about 2.5 days, which isn't bad. I won't have to throw it on the charger the next day. I can always wait another day and then throw it on the charger, charge it up, and then go another 2 to 2.5 days. Now, when it comes to the smaller watch over here, the rose gold one I have right here, my wife actually really loves this watch. She's been using this all year long as well, and it's been treating her very well. She really likes it, but when it comes to battery life, it is a bit smaller. It does have a smaller battery than the one I have right here, so battery isn't going to last as long. And like I said, even from the Bluetooth version, the battery life is going to differ, whether you have the Bluetooth version or the LTE version like I have here. She's able to make it to about 2 days at the most, sometimes a day and a half, depending on how much she's using it, what she's using it for. Sometimes she does use it to take a phone call or send the text messages or just check her messages. And sometimes she does use it for GPS as well when she goes and takes her walk. So it's all going to depend on the user and the usage on what they are using it for. But like I said before, if you get the Bluetooth version, it is going to last you a little bit longer than the LTE version. But if you're someone who likes to do a lot of fitness and don't like to carry your phone around with you a lot, especially if you like to take long runs or anything like that, you don't want your phone, the LTE version is a really good option to go with because you can pretty much take care of all your phone calls and text messages in case there's an emergency or anything like that while you're out and about and you don't have your phone with you. The LTE versions are definitely a good option to go to, but you always got to keep the battery life in mind as well. You are going to have to charge it a little bit more often than the Bluetooth version, so just keep that in mind. Now, one thing I like about the watch even more now than when I first got it is the new One UI update that Samsung brought to these watches. Now, over the year, we did get a couple of updates for the watch, which improved it so much more than when it was brand new. So it's running a whole lot better now. The new One UI update is just a lot smoother. Scrolling through the watch itself, the whole look of it just looks really clean. It's running very well. I'm really loving this update. Call quality is good as well. If you need to make a quick phone call, text messaging is about the same. You know, it's never the easiest to send a text message through a smartwatch, but if you have to do it, it's there, and it's always great that you are able to do that so you don't have to pull your phone out. And I do find myself using it at times. If my phone's in my pocket, I don't want to pull it out, just quickly look at my watch. If someone sends me a text, I'll just quickly text them back. It's really not that hard. Like I said, it's not as easy as doing it on your smartphone, but they still make it pretty simple on here to be able to do it, to make it more convenient so you don't always have to be pulling out your smartphone. So yes, the watch is still running good, still running smooth. Now, when it comes to fitness, I'm actually pretty surprised with how accurate some of this stuff is on here, whether it's counting my sit-ups, when you're doing push-ups, the push-up mode actually doesn't count your push-ups. It basically just sets a timer for you, so you could say you want to do push-ups for 30 seconds or a minute. All you got to do is just look down at your watch. You know you got to keep going, keep doing your push-ups. So when it comes to push-ups, it doesn't exactly count how many push-ups you're doing, but it gives you a little timer, which you can easily see. Since you are looking down, you can just look at the watch. But when it comes to the crunches or sit-ups, it does count it pretty accurately. I do actually use this when I do my sit-ups because it keeps the count for me. And even before you start your sit-ups, it does tell you, get in position, all right, start your workout, and then you can go ahead and start it, and it'll start counting those for you. The step counter works well. The water resistance is still working well. So far, I haven't had any water damage done to this watch. Have took it swimming a couple times. I do get it wet here and there, and I do sweat a lot, especially when I'm exercising. So far, I haven't had any water damage, which I'm pretty surprised with how often I have gotten this smartwatch wet. So water resistance does work pretty good on this watch, as well as dust resistance. Now, the one thing I really like about this smartwatch, since like I said, when I go for my run, sometimes I don't take my smartphone with me, is that it actually tracks your run through GPS. It tracks it on a little map, and then once you press done, you can actually save that so you know what route you took the last time you went for a run. So next time you go running, you can take that same exact route if you want to that next time. So I think that's a pretty cool feature that they added on to this smartwatch, tracking your run. Like I said, it also tracks your steps, and everything just works really, really good. But other than that, like I said, it's been about a year later. The watch is still running strong, still doing good. No water damage or anything like that at all. Sensors still working good. Still a beautiful watch. I have no complaints with it at all whatsoever. Like I said, my wife is still loving hers as well. If there's only one thing that I did notice a drop in, like I said earlier, was the battery life, which is something you can expect from anything 1 year later, whether it's a smartwatch or a smartphone. The battery is never going to be as it was when it was brand new. So like I said, that's something you can expect. Some people might not like it. Some people will probably be okay with it. Me personally, I'm fine with it. 2 to 2.5 days, I'm fine with that. Then I'll throw it on the charger and use it again. And it looks like her watch is getting some messages over there. But if I happen to miss anything in this video, just make sure to drop your questions down in the comment section below. I will do my best to get to them and answer them in the best way possible. Also, let me know what you think of this video. Let me know what you think of the Galaxy Watch. If you have one for yourself, how's it treating you? Let me know. Thank you all so very much for watching. Don't forget to leave a huge thumbs up on this video if you did like it. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss out on any other future videos to come. But for now, this is Josh Quinones. Thank you all so very much for watching. I will see you on the next one. Peace out.